هذا رمضان شهر صفاء الروح فيه الإحسان والأنوار تدور هذا رمضان.
Now speaking about the postpartum bleeding, Annifas, the author rahimahullah said the minimum of postpartum bleeding, which is the blood that exits from the woman's vagina after childbirth, is 1 drop. That's the minimum, 1 drop. That is 1 moment. And its norm is 40 days. With their nights, that's the normal, the usual that happens to most of the women. And its maximum is 60 days. So whatever goes beyond 60 days is sickness, dysfunctional bleeding, that is called in Arabic istihada. Let's see this example. So we have a timeline of 70 days, right? And we gave 3 different examples. Let's assume we have a woman who gave birth for her first child, right? And then she bled for 40 days. That was her first time. First child, she gave birth to this child, and then she saw the blood for a duration, for a period of 40 days. That is within the 60 days, right? 40 days. This is postpartum bleeding. During this period, she is not allowed to pray and to fast. Okay. Now we have another example. Let's say she gave birth for her second child, and after giving birth for her second child, she saw the blood. She bled for how long? For 50 days. Now that's more than 40 days, but we are still within the maximum postpartum bleeding period, that is 60. So in this case, she wouldn't say, oh, my habit, what happened to me in the first time is 40 days, so I'm gonna consider that my postpartum bleeding is 40 days, and then after that is istihada. No, she doesn't say this. However, she considers that her habit now is 50 days. Why? All of this is postpartum bleeding. Why? Because we are still within the maximum period of postpartum bleeding, that is 60 days. Now, we gave a third example. This same woman, she gave birth for a third child. And then she saw the blood, she bled for 70 days. Now, in this case, 70 days is a duration that exceeds the maximum postpartum bleeding period. The maximum period is 60, but she bled for 70 days. What would she do in this case? She would consider, based on her previous time, that's her habit, 50 days, 50 is her postpartum bleeding period, and the rest is istihada. That is how she should do in this case.
هذا رمضان شهر صفاء الروح فيه الإحسان